Do you like a human element in your landscapes? I do, sometimes. Hi everyone, I'm Scott Davenport. Welcome to In the Field. This week back out at Scripps Pier. I made another visit out there. So I have some workshops coming up and this is one of the locations. And as I record this, there's still a couple of seats left in the late April workshop. If you'd like to come out to San Diego and join me, check out the link. It's in the show notes. And Scripps Pier is really nice. It's reasonably unique in San Diego because it has some deeper beaches, but also some of the rocky coastal areas, and of course the pier itself, which is a great subject. And so it is popular, and so there's plenty of people around. Well, let me show you where this is on the maps, and then some of the on-location footage. Here is downtown San Diego, and the Scripps Pier is just north of La Jolla in this area, right around here. Let me switch over to satellite mode first before we go full on 3D. So here's the pier, and the beaches here are nice and long, and this area to the north of the pier gets some really cool rock formations. As I go around to 3D, depending on tides, there's plenty of rocks in this area, and if you're able to, the farther north that you go, you get lots of different things here. Usually this stretch is reasonably open throughout the tidal, ebbs and flows. And so I was set up along these areas here, you'll see in a moment, kind of shooting out toward this direction of the pier. Come on back down to Scripps Pier. It's been a couple of months since I've been here, and the beach is looking very different. These foreground rocks are a lot more uncovered. Some of these storms we've had in the last few weeks have washed away some of the sand. And the sun's at a different angle this time. I may actually be able to shoot back toward the pier, a little bit of cloud cover, hopefully to catch some nice sunset colors as the sun goes down. So it's time to do my scouting, get a good composition, and get set up. There's this little drain spill here, and I'm going to grab, actually I've already put it on the camera, you can see. I've got a neutral density filter, it's a 4-stop. This is very bright, and I'm going to zoom in really, really close, something like this, and just get a little makeshift waterfall action here. I'm looking at setting up something like this for sunset. I like that the mosses of these rocks are really, really bright right now. The pier's in the background, a little bit of reflection, the tide's still rolling out. And you see I'm set up here, just behind these rocks here, tilted downward just a little bit to catch this foreground rock. I have a 4-stop neutral density filter on the front of the camera right now because the sun is so bright. I want to be able to get, a half second to a second shutter speed, so as the waves roll in and out of these rocks, I get little patterns in the water, give some more foreground interest, and using the pier as really more of the backdrop and for context. So I got about an hour before sunset, so I'll mill around a little bit more, taking a few other shots. I think I'm going to come back to this setup when the sun goes down. As the sun's gotten swallowed up in the horizon there by some clouds, as the waves are still rolling in, it's been nice, it's been erasing footprints for me. And as I still have the big neutral density filter right on the front, it's going to be a nice, wonderful drag as these ebbs flow back out to the ocean. This is great streaking patterns. Patience certainly helped on this shoot. It's a popular place, lots of people walking the beach. And even though the tide was rolling out, if I waited for a sequence of waves, they would stack up on one another enough to wash all the way to where I was standing to, smooth out footprints in the sand. But I was able to work a human element into one of the keepers from the shoot. The tip of the week is that a human element can add something to your landscape. It adds some scale, it can add interest, it can give something for your viewer to imagine themselves in that scene. In this case, I used the silhouette of an actual person, but a human element can be suggestive. It could be a boat or footprints on the sand, a pair of shoes, something that connects a human to your landscape scene. So look for those types of opportunities. I don't always like to have people in my shots, but in cases where you're in a location that has a lot of human traffic, use that to your advantage and look for a way to incorporate that into your scene. So that does it for this week in the field. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you did, share this with a friend, with your local camera club. likes, plus ones, anything to let me know you're getting some value out of these photos. Those little things really add up to a bunch of fuel for me to go and come out here and do another video and share some of these shooting experiences with you. Well, until next time, my name is Scott Davenport. Happy shooting.